What's up, everybody? My name's Lisa. So today, surrender. Surrender means saying, okay, God, I'll do whatever you want. Faith in the God of our recovery means we trust that eventually we'll like doing that. Today, I will surrender to my higher power. I'll trust that God's plan for me will be good, even if it's different than I hoped for or expected. Ain't that some shit, right? Like that's um, because I don't know if you're anything like me, I don't like being told that no or slow down or no, it's not that way, Lisa. I mean, a lot of time, but that's all like my ego, and it's taken practice to get to that place of surrender. And it's not like once I surrender or become submissive before God or the universe, whomever you choose to talk to, it doesn't mean that once, just because I decide to be submissive at that moment, that I'm going to stay submissive and continue to go with the flow. Like it's like a constant vigilance, of like it's a constant awareness of just what I'm doing, my actions, my thoughts. Um, it's constant, and it's just practice, practice, practice. At least for me, and I know for me as well, learning to trust in a power outside of myself took time. Like it came in piecemeal. Like I gave little things, then saw results, and then so it allowed me to start to give bigger things. Okay, and then eventually I was able to give like the really big things where I never invited God or the universe or whatever to step in to um, direct me down a path, like things like relationships or mostly relationships, because for me, it's like I always felt like, you just like go with what you go for, like what I'm feeling inside. I'm like extremely passionate, I'm a fire sign. So, and I have nothing, well, I have like a few other things, but I'm mostly fire and air. So anyway, practice, 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 and slow and steady wins the race. And it's like even when, yeah, I just started hearing that song. I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yeah, and that's it. It's dust yourself off. Try to learn from it. Like there's no such thing as a mistake, at least not to me. Everything is an opportunity to grow, and that's how I look at it. And it keeps me from beating myself up, or feeling less than. um, Slow and steady wins the race, and surrender takes practice and patience with myself. And it's like once I get there, it's like then I realize that this power greater than myself that I'm surrendering to, it's like he's been there all along, it's just been there all along, just waiting for me. It's almost like, I feel like I always say like God has a sixth sense of humor. He gets just up there laughing at me because I'm so defiant, and it's not because I'm mean or trying to, it's just trying to be. It's just that you don't know until you know. And when you do know, you do something different. But it's like awareness is the first step in change. And you can't change anything that you're not aware of that you're doing, right? So, um, anyway, practice, practice, practice. Let me know how you guys deal with surrender. And yeah, so that's the message for today. I'll read it one more time so you can take it with you. Surrender means saying, okay, God, I'll do whatever you want. Faith in the God of our recovery means we trust that eventually we'll like doing that. It's that whole look down at your feet. Okay. It's like look down at your feet. Why? Because it'll remind you where you are. And then you take a deep breath and you look up and you just do what's in front of you to do. And you repeat that 100 times a day if you have to. And you always have this recording to go back to remind yourself if you ever forget. I tell everybody because I forget. So today I will surrender to my higher power. I'll trust that God's plan for me will be good, even if it's different than I hoped for or expected. There's something I heard earlier from Ashtar Ren. The divine's plan is never wrong. I think that's what she said. Something along those lines. It's funny. That just like came to me. So anyway, I love you. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. And I'll be putting out readings later on today too, so look for those. Bye.